Good evening, everyone out there. Welcome to our live interview. Topic: The Travails of the Preacher's Wife, Season 2. So we did Season 1 before. So today we are having another special one, Season 2, with my wonderful ladies, our mommies Jiho and Mama Gio in the house. We have the person of Minister Nkechi Dixon and the person of Minister Mori Jane. So this evening is an interview, a special one at that. So I'm going to be asking some questions, and you're going to be talking to my viewer, answering them, and giving them what they need to hear from you. So my first question is: as a pastor's wife, would you let your husband have a female secretary or a personal assistant in the church? So, Minister Nkechi Dixon, we'd love to hear from you.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Based on your question, it depends. Yeah, it depends. For me, it's not a problem whether female or male. You understand? It depends on the individual that is concerned, and the relationship and the character of the person. For me, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, Minister Mori.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
For me, my own answer is no. I would not like to let my husband to have a female assistant or a secretary. This is that, no matter how you are anointed as a man of God or as a man, as a preacher or a pastor, you can always be tempted. So don't tempt your husband, or don't give that chance. Don't give that chance, no matter the person. I can believe in my husband that my husband cannot do this, he cannot do that. But there are men of God that they are so anointed, as we can see in the world, with their spiritual eyes and with the normal eyes that we used to see and we hear of them. They can still fall. What more of any? We are all flesh and blood. So there's no need for me to accept a female as a secretary to my husband, because there are some spirits that you don't know. Relationship, yes, I might know that that lady or the girl or as a friend, but the spirit that woman is carrying, the girl is carrying, she might be on an assignment to seduce your husband.
Exactly.
So I don't want any distraction, stupid distraction, to bring that girl in that office, because all the time he is always there. My secretary has done this, before you know it, you start hearing some other thing. Why don't you stop it now than to be praying and binding spirit that have already entered and start crying for the future?
So that's if I should add something there. That's why I said it depends. You understand?
Yeah. So that I just say no.
Yeah.
I don't want to be praying extra prayer
points. Exactly. It's better to
the load is already on our heads.
Exactly. More
for you, to pray for members, to pray for this. Then you act more.
That should be a problem.
Too much, master. Just avoid it and stay on your own.
Wow. That's powerful. So my second question is: have you ever had a fight or argue with your husband because of a member? Minister Nkechi Dixon.
Yeah, I have. Because this there was a lady. This is what's true life story. You understand? There was a lady that she was new in the church. So my husband introduced me to this lady. So I expected her to, maybe if she wants something, she will call me. But I noticed that she normally called my husband, sometimes even odd time, to come and fix something in her house, to come and do this thing, to come and, and I started hearing some things concerning the lady, not even my husband. So I have to call my husband and say, is it that if she wants you to do something for her, let her call you normal day. I don't have any problem about that. But if it is late hour, I will not accept that. So yeah, that is how it happened.
Okay. Minister Mori?
No, for me, I have never had a fight or an argument.
It's not really a fight, but just to clear things.
No, I've never really gotten that experience. I don't know.
maybe there's something going on and your husband had to
Yeah.
look into it, and you
Yeah.
know, you wanted him to handle it in a certain way.
Mhm.
So you have never had
No,
anything like
I've
that.
never had it. The only thing I'm that kind of person that when if I see, I don't even know. And I see something, I'll just tell him, watch this sister, watch this brother. Or then
Yeah.
before you know it, maybe he will just realize that something, say, huh, so there's something fishy
Somewhere.
about this person. No, just
Yeah.
like that. I've not.
Exactly, yeah. Even when
Yes,
I confronted him concerning the girl, later
yes,
he now noticed that even the girl was coming to church because the girl had a target, you
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
Wow.
So later the thing now she now say, oh, he now told me it's true. See what the girl is doing. The girl,
Mm-hmm.
you know, all those things. So you know,
All
sometimes
those
we
things.
women we see more than the men. You know, we see
That is
far
it.
than the
You
men. So
you
sometimes when you are
notice.
telling them, they might not even accept at that initial time, but
Yeah.
later when they look into it, they will not find out that my wife is correct. She's
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, because they are innocent.
That's why we are the helper. We are
Yes,
the
because they are
helpmate. Yeah.
innocent. They are just there. You don't know there's an
Exactly.
agenda. Yeah,
Mhm.
they'll be looking at it. So no, hey, because they are coming to me, I'm a pastor, I'm a preacher, maybe they just need help. But you, as the wife,
As a
or
woman,
you,
yeah.
you
Just to
have to
know.
notice
Our
some
brain.
things because
Mhm.
our eyes and our brain, we see in
We
every,
can
we see
communicate with
all the
everything.
corners. Yeah, we
Yeah.
see very well. That is it.
Wow, that's great. And how do you deal with a member who want to turn your house into their personal lodge and restaurant?
Hmm.
Someone always coming around, like you want to stay at your place. It's like he's always there, he or she, like sleeping, or you want something frequent, you know. So how do you deal with such a member?
Yeah, you know, like here now in Europe, you know, some maybe new people they need help. You understand? They
Yeah.
need food. If maybe coming to depending if it is a male member, you know, maybe you have young girls in your house, you may not like the male member to be coming to your house like that. Maybe if he or she need food, you can give them outside the house
Yeah.
because you also need your privacy at home. You understand? So
Mhm.
in to avoid maybe talking too much or so, you find a way to settle them outside the house. But
Mhm.
coming to the house is at least after church, you need your husband, you need your children, you need your privacy at home.
Mhm. Mhm.
So me, I would prefer to settle them outside the house.
What if the person is coming, like import, the person is not, he didn't inform you, he just came or she just came, like coming frequently without you knowing that the person is coming. You know what I'm saying? That turning your house into a lodge or a restaurant,
No.
meaning the person is always there. You can just barge in any time. You know, that's what I mean.
Yeah, you know, maybe you use diplomacies, you know, to confront him or her, you know. Please, next time you are coming, just call us because you might not even know whether we are around or not. You understand? Because they are member of the church. There's a way you will confront them. It will bring uproar in the church. You understand? You will get they will start talking about though they talk, but in this case, maybe yeah, the way I would treat them, I will confront them. Please, anytime you are coming, try and call to know whether we are around or not.
And if she refuses to do that, she just want to come anytime. You get so when I say the person is bothering, like the person is coming, like becomes a bot, like
You,
it's coming. With like whatever you're telling him or her, like he doesn't want to take it. Like he just come around. He feel that is this all right
yeah.
or like is a family, so he wants to be there. Whatever he likes. You
No,
understand?
but it's common with blacks. It's common with us blacks. Even though we're in Europe, but there are some blacks that just pop into people's house. You just ring the bell, just want to come because they are members of the church. I'm just saying it's not that it has been happening to me, but
Yeah.
it's common because I've been hearing people will just come to the house, they'll eat and sit there. Some will just say they want to pass the night,
Pass
like
the night.
yeah, pass the night. You'll be asking yourself, we are living a life that people will always look after
Yes, I
like
agree.
like an
Yeah.
example. If you don't do it, they'll say you're wicked. If you do it, they say I've heard from other pastors' wife what they go through. I don't have that experience, but what she's asking is really a point of
Yeah.
concern.
What I'm saying, if
Really.
it happens to you, what will you do?
Okay. Okay, Samara, you want to say something? Finish your
Yeah,
finish.
if
No,
it
Mr.
happens to
Glory, if it
me,
happens, yeah,
yeah,
in this situation, like this
if it
scenario,
happens to
yeah,
me, there is a way I will talk to that person. I will talk to that sister or to a male. I don't know. I don't know whether it's a man or a woman, but there's a way I will discuss with them to keep them that comfort. Maybe I'll tell them next time you don't come, or I will come to your place and see what I can do. Not to just come and be hanging around and being there and making me feel discomfortable. I don't know what to say.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I'm
Because
saying.
it's
It's like
really,
he or she likes to come around, you know.
yeah, so
It's not
always
like you telling the
around.
person what to do, but the person wants to come around and be so close, like you can walk in anytime, any day. You
Hmm.
can come around, you can sleep over your at your place, you know. So these are what we're talking about.
Yeah,
It's the
no,
reality. It happens. So I really want to
it
know.
happens. I've
I
been
really want
hearing
to know
from
because
other
It
young
happens. Yeah.
I got the
It
information
happened.
from
It has happened to me. A woman and the daughter. You understand?
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
So they are not even really members of our church. Just that they are Igbos. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So my husband has to bring them to the house. So because they are kind of stranded. You
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So we kept them in our house. We are feeding them. But do you know what surprised me? This woman will not allow me to do food for her. She'll either want my husband to prepare food for her. You
Oh,
understand? And
really? That's
yeah. And if I
interesting.
want to do, we say no, pastor, when you are doing grease, do for me, for me.
That's interesting. Wow.
That is
So and the
interesting. Yeah,
daughter
you see?
will go and engage my computer and she'll be watching rubbish thing. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
So and the thing just continue. So one day now, I don't know what really happened. The husband now came, because the husband was also squatting in another person's house. So the
Yeah.
husband came, they were not fighting, in my house.
Mhm.
So my children, all of them, we are just scared. So I now told them that I have to call the police. You understand? So they now disappear from there. I didn't see them, and the woman started threatening me. You understand? It's not a joke. So my
Mhm.
husband has to call the woman and warn her that any other day she should not call my phone again. And
Yeah.
from that time, the woman did not call my phone again, and
It ended.
so
This is,
sometimes you want to help people and
that
they will
is
see it
it.
as a privilege that you must do that thing for them. You understand? So, and when they now, it's not even good to accept them. Yes, because I learned my lesson. It's not even good to accept them because any little thing they see in your house, they will carry it outside. You understand? So the
Mhm.
best thing to avoid it, know the way you will talk to them so that they will stop coming. If you want to help them from afar. That's
Help
my
them from
own.
And
afar.
I want to
Okay.
ask, what are you talking like? Is there any little thing they see, they will take it outside? So I don't really understand that.
Yeah,
That
because husband and wife, you need your privacy.
of
You
course.
can discuss, you can make joke, and they will not even understand it that you and your husband, that's the way you people make your own joke. They
Yeah.
might interpret it another way and take it outside. You understand? So
Not
that's what I mean.
not only that, please. If so, as they are with you,
Yeah.
if you see this woman is not talking, is disrespecting the husband, see the way they are talking, see
Mhm.
the children, they are like this, because they are living with you. They are
Exactly.
they are
Yeah.
not clean, they are dirty, they cannot cook well. You must hear those comments because somebody
Because
Mhm.
is living with you.
actually, as a leader, we have one character in
Yeah,
stand. So what you present outside is what you should present in your house.
yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? So
Exactly.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't really understand the aspect you are talking about because a leader does not have two lives. Do you
Yeah,
understand?
Yes.
So you
Yes.
have one life. So I don't know what they want to talk
they
about
can.
or what they
So
have.
what I mean that they might not even understand you they misinterpret what you are doing. You understand? For example, now, maybe your husband might say, please give me a cup of tea there or a cup of water. Oh, I'm tired. Please, honey, you can do it yourself. Something like
It's
that.
the truth.
For my husband, it's not a problem. And he
Yes.
did not count it as any insult or something. But the third person there will take it outside and say, if you see the way he talked to the husband today, you will be surprised. That's what I mean.
Not only today, the way he's talking to the husband, it would, yeah, not only today. Because
Yeah, so that is why I'm always saying that we are leadership by example.
Example.
So there shouldn't be there two life for you as a leader. What you present outside and what should be you should present also
Inside.
home. You know, like having one life is very important for us as leaders. In other words, people don't have much to really talk about because who you are at the church, that's the same person you have at home. You know.
Yes.
So after the talk is normal. You know, I've had a lot of people, like a lot of pastors' wife, they also complain about a lot of things people say about them. Becomes normal. It becomes used
Yes,
to.
okay. What you are saying now, got that time I was pregnant for David. During that time, this early sickness and all those things. So I was just lying down, and my husband was helping me for doing, some certain things. And this one went outside. This Nkechi is just the queen of the house. She's just lying down, and the husband, and she don't even know why I was lying down.
My darling husband.
No, she does not even know why I was lying down, and Pastor was helping me to do one or two things. You see,
Mary, thank you so much, my great evangelist.
So that is the area I'm talking about.
Okay, that's good. And would like to go further as servants of God. Are you able to keep the romance in your marriage going and strong? Because sometimes I hear most pastors' wives say, "Oh, my husband doesn't have time for me, and I'm lonely." So many complaints. So I want to know how you are able to keep the romance, in your marriage. Yeah, how you are able to keep it strong. Keep the fire burning. So tell us. We would love to know. Minister Kechi Dickson, Mommy Gio.
Oh my God. Yes. There's time for everything. Time for church and time for family. You understand?
Yeah.
So the time you have that family time, I try and make it utilize it, you understand, and make it sweet and spice it with so many things so that I'll keep the fire burning.
How are you able to manage that aspect? You have to tell us. We need to know. People are
yeah, sometimes we go out with the most of the time with the children, sometimes alone, the both of us, you understand. You can go to restaurant, eat, and come back, and sometimes you also maybe entice your husband too by dressing well, and
does the ministry let me ask again, does the ministry affect your romance, like in marriage, like at home? Does it in any way affect that aspect? That is my question.
Yeah, that is why I said there is time for everything.
I understand.
Time for church is for church, and time for you create that time. You understand? Even though sometimes, your husband will be reading the Bible or preparing message or seminar, but you create that time. The little time you have with him, you utilize it. That's what I mean.
Okay, I'm just saying that being a preacher's wife, he has to pray, he has to fast, he has a lot of spiritual engagement. And somehow, because I've had a lot of women saying that it affects their romance in marriage, and I don't really know if that is true. If somehow, sometimes you feel lonely as a preacher's wife, or you are trying to manage it, how are you personally How are you able to manage that aspect? Can you tell the viewer how you are able to manage it? What do you want to learn? The people have there who are also having some situations like this. They feel lonely because of the ministry. They will want to know how you are able to manage this aspect of it.
Yeah, when you are talking about managing this aspect of faith, is that when you understand the vision of your husband and you walk with him, you will
Yeah.
not feel lonely. You
Society.
understand?
That
Yeah.
is
When you understand the vision
That
and
is
you
the
walk
word
with
I'm
him,
waiting for. Yeah.
the first thing, understanding the vision of your husband, and the
Yes.
second is working with him. So when
Yes.
you walk with him in spirit, and also you can also work with him in physical, you understand?
Yes.
So when he's fasting, you are there backing with also with prayer and fasting. When there's time of pleasure, you guys enjoy it together. So that's
That's
how.
it.
So, yeah.
Great. That was what I was waiting for. I was waiting for that particular, information from you. Yeah, that's great. So, Minister Maureen.
Yeah. The question. So I would like to say, first of all, what is romance? As Christians, you know, but as a man or a normal Christian or anybody, you know that first, romance is making effort, giving priority to your partner. That is romance.
Okay.
And okay.
You can go
No,
ahead.
continue.
Go
Yes.
ahead. Go ahead. Ask my question.
And as a servant of God, you live by the word.
Yeah.
There are principles and there are instructions in the Bible that we need to
Yeah.
follow. If you
Mhm.
follow them, you will enjoy your togetherness, you and your husband. You read
Mhm.
the word together, you study the word together, create time for it. Fear God, put God first, let God be the center of everything you do. As Sister Nkechi said, that you people, you fast together, you do the things together.
Yeah.
By so doing, you will see that the love and the romance between the two of you will be growing, will grow even
Exactly.
stronger because we are doing things together.
The same, the
The
same.
other person is not reading and the other person is the other way.
That's it.
By so doing, that
So
bond.
that's why you feel it that maybe your husband is not giving you time, your
Yes,
husband
but
is
if
not
you are
looking at
doing those
you.
things
Yes.
But
together,
when you are doing the same thing
When
together,
you have the same goals and visions.
exactly.
Yeah.
yes,
So,
yes, that
and
is
there's a question here from a great evangelist, Mary. She's asking, do you go dinner or lunch alone? Or you go with your husband? She would love to know.
Mm,
okay.
lunch or dinner, depending. Sometimes we go together. Sometimes I go with the children. But I've not really gone alone by myself. Nin.
Okay.
I have never gone alone. I have
Mm-hmm.
never.
And
Yeah.
the next question is, it says, are you able to separate the pastor from the man? Because it's two different things. Your husband,
Mm-hmm.
the man, the pastor is even three. You have three different people to deal with. So I need to separate the pastor aspect of it with your husband, which is the man aspect of it. So how do you separate these two things? Yeah. Is the question from one of our great evangelists. She's asking, how do you separate?
Okay. In the church, you understand, or in the congregation, well, we are the church. In the
Yeah.
congregation, you you see him as your mentor,
Yeah.
as your pastor,
Mm-hmm.
and give him every due respect or
Thank you
everything
so much, Papa.
that due to your pastor. You understand?
Yeah.
So at home, you deal with him as your husband.
Yeah.
Yes, you deal with him as your husband, as a father of your children. You understand? Yes,
Okay.
that's
But
Remember, before
then you think right
this,
now then it's two
no,
things,
because
two lives.
before being a pastor, he
he
was my
was a
What's
husband.
your
pastor.
husband for a
Yeah,
pastor?
that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
before being a pastor, he was my husband. You
Husband.
understand? So at home, he is my husband. Is, this question you're asking is like a woman being the boss of the husband at work. You understand? So when you get to work, the husband has to respect her as the boss. But when you get to home, you have to also submit as your husband. So that is how it is.
So, Mr. Murray,
yeah, to me, I think before he became a man of God or a pastor or a preacher, he was it was a boy and girl, Yes. So that aspect in him has to come out by you showing it. And that there are special occasions that there are things that you cannot join in church and house. There are two different things. In the house, he is the king. Even though in the church he is still the king. That king is for that king is for. But in the house, he is the king in that house. So that respect has to be there. Everything has to take place. In church,
even sometimes at home, even sometimes at home, there's a way he will behave, and you just call him pastor. Then
yes, even the way they act,
exactly,
they act and they even talk sometimes. Say,
they ask, or you say, pastor. You see,
that's how I'm saying that these two things has to be combined. You understand? To become one person. Do you understand? It's a quality that one will strive to have. You understand? Just as we as women, combining being a mother, a wife, and a woman,
and a teacher.
It's two different things. You are a woman, now you are a mother, and you are also a wife.
Yeah.
You understand? So one aspect might fail. You might be a good woman, you might not be a good wife.
Not be a good mother.
Wife, you might not be a good mother.
A good mother, exactly.
You might not also be a good woman. You understand? So is the pastoral ministry. You can be a good pastor, may not be a good husband.
Yes.
You might be a good husband, you might not also be a good pastor.
So, exactly.
these two personalities, I don't really know. Yeah, I think you guys.
It's really broad. It's something it's just round and round because.
So.
And some people can also be the two together. They can
get. I'm saying.
It's
what we should strive hard to do, like having all qualities, like in one. I know it's not easy, but it's a fight. So for us to have one life out there and one life at home, a leader should have one life, example at home and outside. So this is what we should fight to have, Yeah. My last question is that if you could turn back the hands of time, would you want to be a pastor's wife? If no, why, Mrs. Nkechi Dickson?
If no, why is that I'm somebody that wants to be free, come to church, even though usher, do my usher, or choir, do my choir, and quickly, go home and stay. That is kind of, what I want ahead.
For yourself.
Yeah, come to church, be a worker in the church, do my work as a worker, and just go home. That's how I wanted it. But God said no. Who am I? I have to answer the call.
That is it. So you just need to continue. Because being a pastor's wife but you said no. You see, because I've reasoned those things and I've said yes. Why do I say yes? I've just seen that being a pastor's wife is like a calling.
It's a calling.
I don't know. That's how I just believe that it's a calling.
On its own. It's a calling.
Yes, because when I was growing up, I've never desired to be one. But in the course of time, I'm seeing things unfolding, and I'm saying, wow. I just say it's a privilege God that has given me. It's like a mandate. Yeah, it's like a mandate that God has given me. By so doing,
It's a
it's a way
mandate.
of
It's not
saving.
like it's a mandate. Mhm.
It's of it's like
Mhm.
there are duties in the vineyard that will get you directly involved.
Yeah.
Being a pastor's wife, you
Yeah.
are mandated to grow spiritually
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
there are demands of people that they are looking up to you. So as a pastor's
Mhm.
wife, you just need to humble yourself and say, God, thank you for giving me this privilege, and
Yeah.
try, because everything is on. They are looking up to you to live an
Yeah.
exemplary life for people
Mhm.
to see out there, like counseling people, praying for people.
Mhm.
So that is just what I think
Mm.
I would like to continue, because God is God is my strength.
Yeah, and
He
yeah, we
is
also
the
have a
one that has
question.
ordained it to be like
Yeah.
that.
So does a pastor's wife means automatically that you have to do something in the ministry? Someone just asked a question. Being a
I didn't
pastor's
get the
wife,
question, please.
he said, being a
Mhm.
pastor's wife, do you have to do something in ministry? Like you have an assignment in the ministry. So the person is asking.
Exactly. You have a big one for that matter. A big
Okay.
You
assignment.
must,
Mhm.
yeah.
One, you have to always be prayerful for your husband and for
Mhm.
the congregation. You have
Okay.
to also be a role model for the women and also
Yes,
the young adults, the youths and the young
yes,
adults.
yes.
You
You're
have
right.
so many things. The all the ministry in the church, you have to take care of them, know how they are functioning, back
And the
them in
person
prayers.
is also asking, is it like do you have an assignment in the church in the sense that or you allow the members to do everything? You staying aside like just being a pastor's
No,
wife,
no, no,
like
no, no, no,
No,
no.
no,
No,
no.
no, no,
You
no,
know
no.
that the ministry
That
would
is very wrong.
not go.
It cannot
Yeah.
go, because you are like
Mhm.
the
The
assistant.
pillar
You are
that
the
even
one.
hold the church.
You are the one putting the fire.
Mm-hmm.
You are the one making him behind the scene to do
Mm-hmm.
what he is doing, like praying, what my sister said, praying
Mm-hmm.
and interceding, praying for people, praying for him. In that is your main. In short, that is your own thing that God has assigned you to do,
To
just to
do.
pray for him. And in other aspects in the ministry, you are highly involved. You don't just sit and fold your arms. And that's
Mm-mm.
the more reason you're a pastor's wife, to work.
Exactly.
That's the reason, to work in order that the ministry, the God's work goes further.
Yeah. Wow.
Not to just
Um,
sit and fold your hands and leave people to be commanding people because you're a pastor's wife.
Uh,
No, God wants to
yeah,
help
some
you.
people think that pastor's wife is a title.
No,
When they give you that title,
yeah,
you not keep your hand like this at
yeah.
all.
So
Mm-mm.
some is a title, it's a position that I have to
Mm-hmm.
hear. Just being there, go to church, sit at the front, you
oh,
know. So I don't really know of you because this is what other people are thinking, like, oh, I'm just a pastor's wife, just to represent being a pastor's
as a
wife in the
pastor's wife,
church.
you are even the assistant. You are the one supposed to be the secretary, even the
Mm-hmm.
pastor. Yeah, as a pastor's wife, you are
Mm-hmm.
the one, like, your personal secretary to
Yeah.
the pastor.
Really. As for
Yeah.
that secretary, my God, powerful. It's a good one, you know.
A good one,
Oh,
no.
there's something a certain pastor's wife experience. I don't know if any of you have this experience too. There was a pastor's wife who was slapped by a member, a certain member, and it was not really an easy one. So I don't know if any of you have gotten this experience, that you've been slapped by a member of your church. Have you ever
Mm-mm. I've
encountered?
never experienced that.
I've
Okay.
never experienced that. And if something happens like that, is
So
the
if it
way the
happens,
pastor,
what
yeah,
will you do? If it
is the way,
happens, how are you going to react?
No, continue, stammering.
yes, because I wanted to say that is, if that thing that happens is the way your husband or the pastor, is the way he looks down on you, the way he acts with you in front of members
The
and
members.
before the ministry, the way he's not. taking you like he does not believe in you. That is, those kind of things can happen.
Sister Mary, I will disagree with you on that because personalities, you have to believe in yourself. You know, you have to believe in yourself first before anyone can believe in you. You know,
Yes.
yeah, because sometimes there are situations that will happen in the church. It has not to do with the pastor because you have an encounter with the members. Because sometimes there are issues can just come up in the church, and sometimes there are
Mm-hmm.
pastors' wives that can involve themselves in some gossip in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Not be
Mm-hmm.
there, you will get something out of that gossip, you know, or something disrespect out of it. So it really, this aspect does not really have something to do with the pastor. It has to do with the relationship of them, of the pastor's wife
Pastor's wife
With
with
and
the
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 members
members.
of
with
the
the members.
church.
Okay. I
Or
was
what
saying it out of
because I'm coming because two things. The lady that said it, like there was an argument or something that happened, and the way the pastor's wife involved himself in the situation, or the way the judgment that she took was not fair, you know. So the woman was so mad, and she gave the pastor's wife a slap, you know. So this can happen to anyone. It has nothing to do with the pastor. It has something to do with you as a person. So, Mr. Keshi Dixon, you can say something if you really want to.
Yeah, I really support what you said because it's not that pastors' wives should be hanging their hand, you understand, but let there be boundary, between the member and the pastor's wife, the way you carry yourself and the way you relate with them
Yeah,
will determine also how they will
treat you.
treat
Yeah.
you. You understand? So
normally.
if maybe an issue come like that, even the pastor's wife supposed to, settle the matter in a way that even the third person will not hear it. You understand? So that something like that will not come up. For example, like the first interview we did,
Yeah.
I told you the experience I have with some members, concerning that. Yeah, I'm the one that carry all the mates and to the booth, and I heard it. I cried inside my house. I did not come to the church and say, yeah, somebody said this and that, did this and that. It was really painful, but I cried inside my heart and I buried the issue because I know if I bring the issue to the church, it will bring problem. You understand?
Yeah.
Right.
I saw maybe it's you or it's not me. Look at it; it might even cause fights. You
Yeah.
understand? So I just bury the issue. I take it and I just say, okay. I just finished crying. I clean my eyes and I let it go. You understand? So if maybe some certain issue will come up like that, you just take it, and if you want to cry, cry in your heart. You want to break mirror, break it in your heart so that the anger will just go away and you just die the whole matter. I believe it will help also.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
Sister Amore,
And
yeah,
yeah, no, if it happens to me like that, there's nothing I can do.
yeah,
I will just leave it for God because a member will slap me. I don't know what to do. I cannot be
No, at
retaliating or
all.
to slap
Mm-mm.
her. That is not an example. That is not
Mm-mm.
a good example. So I'll just stay
that
quiet.
she, for example.
Yeah, you just
Yes.
stay quiet. So imagine like what I said before now
Yeah.
concerning the pastor being maybe is the way he
Yeah, I know it
disrespected his wife.
happens. I'm not
Yes,
disputing
I'm
that.
saying it out of experience from some
Yeah,
other, yes, something that
yeah,
Okay.
I know
happened.
it
That is
happens.
what,
I'm
yeah.
not disputing
It,
that
it,
aspect. I
yeah,
just
But we
Sister
are
it,
not
it,
in
it
that,
happened
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Because
yeah,
sometimes, some pastors, they look down. I'm not even, is it looking down on their wives? Or
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
how
how
to
to
put
put
it.
it. But when it comes to church, in the congregation like that,
Yes.
they prefer to even honor other people than their wives.
Yes, yes, that is
Some
what
pastors
is
are good in
that
in,
is
in
what
that.
I've also
yeah,
seen.
Yeah, they prefer to honor people. One day come and do this, come and do this, come and do this. You praise people, and you'll be one corner just like this, watching.
yes. That's why I'm saying that you have to show interest. You understand?
No,
You
even though
have
you
to
show
show
interest,
interest.
Sister Courage,
This thing is on
even
both
though you,
sides. This thing is
yeah,
on both
even though
sides.
you show interest,
Mm-mm.
Forget it.
There are some men that are
They are
just,
like
I
that.
don't know whether it's stereotype or they don't believe in, they know their wife, but at home, maybe. But in the church, they give that look for people. People see them. They don't even, and it's what the impression they give,
Yeah.
the members also follow, which is not, I'm just saying it because I had an
Yes, I understand.
experience.
I also have yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
have,
had a story like that. It's just,
um,
we thank
some
God. We
And
thank God that they
it
cannot
also
stop
make the
it.
woman
Yeah.
to withdraw. You understand? It
yeah,
will make the woman to withdraw. And people might be saying the
use
woman
her
that
as
the woman are not
self-esteem. Yeah.
she's not doing her work as a
Yeah.
pastor's wife.
Yeah.
She's not doing this as a pastor, not knowing that she have tried, but the husband is suppressing her. You understand?
Yeah.
So
Okay, thank you so much. And I have somebody have a question here. It's how about the mood? So we are all humans, right? How, as the pastor's wife, you are able to deal with that, like when this happen or a certain member can look at you in a certain way, just eye you. There are things that go on in the church, or somebody come around, person didn't greet you. These are things like body language and all that. So it's going to affect your mood because I know we are all humans. Our mood can be affected one way or the other depending on our surroundings. So how do you cope with such things? In the church, giving a body language and there's someone looking down on you, and so how do you handle things like that?
yeah, that one is normal. It happen every day. So you just overlook them, and
That is
when
it.
they are, don't even look that side. Just carry your
Face your
face up
front.
and face your front and
Face your front
ignore.
because
Don't even confront the person, because by
never.
confronting the person, you make the this thing to come
You
up.
are
Just
wasting your time.
yeah, don't
You
mind the
confront the
person.
person, you bring
Face
down
your
your
front
head.
and mind your business. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
You cannot
And
even, it's a
another
daily thing.
question is here too. You say, what is the routine of the pastor's wife? Like, how does a normal pastor's wife day look like? How is your day like? You know, you have a routine, you have something that you do daily, or is everything about the ministry, or you have your personal life, you go to work, you do other things, How is your day as a pastor's wife like? How is your routine, Yeah.
Yeah, as a pastor's wife, also have time for the church, have time for your family too. You understand? Maybe in the morning, you can, after praying, you take the children to school, you come back, you prepare food for the family, and maybe you have some time to have a quiet time also. That's it for me. That's how my
Yeah,
routine.
Okay, Minister
yeah,
Maureen.
yeah. As a pastor's wife, your daily routine, you get up in the morning, you after your prayers, keep the children in school, come back, cook for them, wait for your husband at home. If you are going to work, you go to work. If you are going to work, if you are
Mhm.
going to work, you go to work, come
Um,
back. Yeah.
mhm. Or maybe
You
sometime you
you
can
already
also choose um one day to pray for the church, or maybe call one member, or to pray for him or her, just like that.
a daily routine
Okay, that's
as
what I'm asking. Yeah, the members have to also be involved. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
you have a women ministry in your church. What are you
Mm-hmm.
doing? Are you dealing with the women? Do you have something you are doing in ministry that you have to do on your own? It has nothing to do
Mm-hmm.
with the pastor. There's
Exactly, yeah, yeah, yeah.
a role you are playing that you do also and add to your daily
Yeah.
routine. So
Mm-hmm.
I really want to know that
Okay,
aspect.
like me now. Well, I know every Friday there's one woman I used to pray with, in the church, and sometimes, well, we discuss Bible and we share ideas together. So that was it.
Wow.
me, we have there's a group,
Mm,
ladies, there's a prayer room.
Yeah.
We have a timetable for it.
mm,
Most of the time, when there's time for it, it's not every week, but it's like 2 times in a month. It's a
mm,
prayer room. Then, as for that, we have another. I have personally, my husband knows nothing about this one. Yes,
mm.
we pray for the church.
Yeah.
We pray for the church, and that group, that prayer
Yeah.
room is another thing. It's a thing on
Mm-hmm.
its own. Then the the other group that will pray for the church. Those are things outside without him being involved. He doesn't do
Involved.
anything
Yeah.
concerning it.
Are
And
there also
fasting
any
and praying.
challenges?
Yeah, fasting and
Are there also any challenges like, with these things, your routine with the church,
yeah,
with the
Mm-hmm.
you got
yeah.
some of the challenges, yeah.
Yeah, some of this, if you see, it will be, let me, for example, 7 o'clock. Maybe that day they put it 7 o'clock. I'll be struggling to go and maybe pick the children from school, from their activities to come back. They have not even eaten.
Yeah.
I'm on the, no, it's 7 o'clock. They were supposed to eat and go to bed, do some things with them. Those are those small, small challenges. But
Mm-hmm.
if you have made up your mind that you want to do, everything is when you create time for, and
For
you
it.
do it. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't create the time, you cannot do it. You only be saying there's no time, there's no time. So I just involve myself in, yeah, there's no way, everything, we just know how to manage it.
Mm-hmm.
Things are, and it's happening.
That's it.
Oh, wow, that's good. Okay, let me check it again. So I think that will be all for now. We call it a date. It's just the second season 2. So we're going to be having season 3 is season 10. So you get ready for more questions. Yes. So you get ready for more questions. More are going to be coming, and just want to appreciate you for this time. And I want to say thank you, Sister Mary. Thank you so much. We are grateful. We love you. My darling husband, thank you so much. Our Papa in the house, Papa Jiho, we love you. Thank you so much. We are grateful. Thank you for joining us. And a big thank you to my wonderful ministers, our great pastor's wife. It's not easy. There's so many travails. And thank you for bringing it out to limelight so other people can also learn from you, and they can also encourage themselves with your powerful experience. So we love you so much. God bless you. Thank you for the opportunity given to me this evening to ask these questions. I'm so grateful, and I don't take it for granted. So Mommy G, Mama Jiho, God bless you. Let's call it a day. See you some other time. Have a
Bless
nice
you
evening.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.